here, coming at you with a Saturday morning stream. Somehow I'm up very early today, and I was like, you know what, the next map is pretty small, I have other things to do today, so might as well actually stream in the very morning. Anyway, before I do anything else, let me do a very quick audio check both on YouTube and on Twitch, just to make sure that suddenly, after a week's pause, something hasn't gone awry. That would be very unfortunate. So, audio quality on Twitch is something hasn't gone awry. That would be alright. That does sound like me. And what about YouTube? Do I sound like myself a little bit? That would be very unfortunate. So, audio quality on Twitch. Alright, that is fantastic. So, no chat for YouTube still. Sadly, we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that. But that should not stop me. Ooh, somebody already liked my own video, or my own stream, before me. That's very unusual. Anyway, today we have a surprisingly small map from the Armageddon's Blade map set that has 6 players, and I think you can play as all of them. Yeah, elbow room. Here it is. We can play as either of the 6 colors, and we can choose any hero that is present. And I do not remember why I chose Isra, but elbow room. This world ain't big enough for all of us. Oh, I actually do remember why I chose Isra, because with Necropolis, the world is big enough for all of us. Simply join the undead, and yeah, we have plenty of space for to make everyone undead. I think that was the reasoning. And pink is kind of the most exclusive color, as it's usually the color for the 8th player. So yeah, let's jump into it. There's nothing more to say about this map. It's just an S-size map with 6 players. Let's see what we can see. It seems like every day you get into a fight with your neighbor. After a brief consideration for your people, you decided that you are tired of arguing. Now they die. That's kind of rude, isn't it? But wait, oh no, actually, what have I done? I chose teal originally, didn't I? Because it was like better themed for Necropolis. What have I done? I've seen pink's starting location. Hold up. I don't think I've ever messed up like that before. I kind of wanted to rotate with all the colors, eventually. Oh no, I went back on the thumbnail, I changed something. I could have like retrospectively changed it afterwards, but let's actually just... It seems like every other day you get into a fight with your neighbor. After a brief consideration for your people, you decided that you are tired of arguing. Now they die. Yeah. So, Isra, we'll forget about that little mishap. I checked and I was like, wasn't I like not in the corner for this map? And I'm looking at my own thumbnail, which I have it opened, like on the background. And yeah, the starting location was suddenly different. Oh no. Anyway, what can Isra tell us about herself, besides the fact that she, for some reason, likes a Centaur's Axe as her starting artifact? Isra may not be the greatest spellcaster in Deja. Oh, we actually have a Mage Guild. I was like, does she start with the summon boat? What the hell? No. Isra may not be the greatest spellcaster in Deja, but the armies she leads always seem to have a disproportionate number of skeletons compared to others. Well, yeah, that's because she specializes in necromancy. Anyway, what's this? We have a Mage Guild in the town. That is very unusual, and we actually have a summon boat, Magic Arrow, and a couple other spells. No mobility spells though. We have a Tamika as our second hero, potentially in the tavern, and Yog, the Bookless Barbarian. Oh, what's this? They've Unearthed graves have been built. That's pretty unusual. Yeah. How do I even progress this map? I guess I should deposit all my skeletons and everything aside and pick up the starting gold that we have here. So the chest, the campfire, and the gold pile would be good sources of gold. We will need to basically rush out to get a second hero ASAP. So, yeah, let's actually go for the rally flag first. This gold pile, take the campfire, and I do think I'm going to be progressing in this way. There is an altar of wishes here. That's unusual. Was that there? Well, no, I couldn't see that in the screenshot. Very, very unusual. Anyway, yeah. I did oh no. Well, thankfully my memory is literally like a bird's memory, so I kind of forgot about that. I didn't register in my mind that basically the nest size map is this one screen, and that's it. So are you telling me there's a third opponent here? Oh no. This is gonna be a disaster, isn't it? Ooh. And it's wait. Ghost Twin? Clavius, well, 2 dungeons, Conflux Castle, and 2 Necropolis towns. For some reason, it looks like the pink player has decided that I should exist and be fine. I mean, I have to use this opportunity they've given me to like immediately buy out yeah, like a second hero with some army. Oh boy, my town can even be captured very easily, can it not? So, yeah. I guess this is what we're doing. We kind of have to rush the opponent down. Otherwise, it could be potentially disastrous. How many movement points? I would have plenty, so I can go for this 1000 experience. Altar of Wishes. Could I even afford the genies if I wanted them? Oh no, I should have picked up the campfire first. And I would be fighting 9 genies. That would potentially be not that easy. And 3 genies wouldn't really give me anything, would they? At least in the early start stages of the game. So I'm actually thinking... Vokial. Well, I guess this has to happen. And I wonder if Vokial has a book. Like he should, yeah. Even though I think... Oh, actually, wait, all Necromancer start with the book. What was I thinking? Of course, they all start with the book. They are able to raise the undeads. So sadly, my skeletons seem to be, I think, blasted. So I actually think I will return the favor. Perhaps let's do something like this. Make a little fortification for my skeleton. And what do I even want to do? So I think we'll actually do this. We'll attack the Walking Dead. We'll blast the skeletons they have. The raids are potentially my greatest asset. Kind of like them to not be demolished if I can. So definitely will need to hit that raid with my skeleton. And then I kind of don't want him to run away, do I? So I think this and this would be the most optimal way. So we got 5 skeletons back from that. They of course have a second hero there. I could actually use Tamika for her 2 magic arrows in that fight. Yeah, because we take the advanced offense. And I kind of don't have anything for the town. I guess I could build a cover of darkness, but that doesn't really bode well with me. And there is a Gunnar here as our neighbor. They've decided to have an Edric. You know what needs to happen? I definitely need to get rid of vitality. I think Tamika can actually help with this little fight. Edric has a book, but we also have that. Isra, would you be leveling up? Yes, Isra would be leveling up, so I actually think we should do this. We should attack with Isra, even though we have one magic arrow less. I think we should be winning the fight, because they didn't merge their armies together. This is Clavius. And yeah, we don't have any mana of any sorts. Chooses to go for the raids. I'm actually thinking, how do I want to position? I think I just want to make like a small barricade around my skeleton, around my big skeleton stack. Also something silly about this. They seem to be coming outdoors, and actually they've made a huge mistake, as it seems. They've left their skeletons in reach of my skeletons. Do we take this hit with the raids? I think we'll actually wait. Well, they went in like it was nobody's business. And yeah, we actually do need to roll down the raids. Well, that's done, I suppose. I guess. Good luck. And we have brought down Clavius, and he has the cards of prophecy. So do we want intelligence, or do we want, actually offense would be amazing, as we would be brawling basically non-stop. Pink has been vanquished, we got their 10 skeletons, and the other town was a little bit more built up than our town. Can Tamika reach this town? No. There is a Gunnar here, and Gunnar is actually looking like one tough cookie to crack. Well now, I think we have to restore our mana. And besides that, I guess the only thing I could do is buy out Yogg. It's not looking too great, is it? Yeah, I would have to give this town away. I can't really buy anything here. I can't really buy a citadel. We don't have enough for a marketplace. I mean, and I would rather restore the mana. So something like this is actually my most optimal bet. And yeah, I even think I will keep the money, so I can decide next turn what I want to do with it. Oh no, Gunnar is gonna get a massive spike in there. Well, they bought out the liches. That is very sad for me. So what would be the better choice here? I definitely have to go and fight him. Yeah, I definitely have to go and fight him. Otherwise, the AI has multiple towns and they will just outgrow me. My best bet would probably be the Stronghold army. So like, let's do this. Let's grab Yogg, and actually let's grab a book for him. I think the 2 magic arrows that they throw out, even if they're not too strong, this would be what? This would be like 20 damage. So 40 damage for 500 gold. Doesn't seem like a lot, but... And actually, hold up, maybe we can do... So, Cloud, what if they magic arrow? What if he has a ballista? So, something like this. I think 5 skeletons for Yogg should be good enough to be able to win, right? Hope his level up is good enough for that. So this. Yeah, we just want to soften him up, essentially. Ooh, he split. Ooh. What? Well, since the AI can just magically create stacks out of thin air before the battle, That didn't go as planned. It really didn't go as planned. In fact, this is probably even worse to fight. I still think we should try to get like a double. I mean, like this. We need to magic arrow him a little bit. Okay, so at least he's spending mana. This time, that's very, very good. So 30. 30 is enough for one of these. Well, I just got a bit of experience from those fights. It's not too good. And I definitely don't want to put those guys together. Oh no. Oh, this is do or die, and I think we might die. Gunnar. What have we done? Well, you've positioned your troops together. I could shoot the liches, I could shoot, but that would just be one evil eye, so I actually think with a magic arrow, to go for the troglodytes. I think the troglodytes are actually the more important of the stacks that exist. We should absolutely be brawling down. Damn, those harpies are actually gonna get me. Are they gonna know? I can't really do anything against them. They can just fly in. Well, 2 for 1 deal. That as well. It doesn't really help. I guess the wolf raider dies either way. Oh, not the result I was expecting. And yeah, actually maybe we can make like a little wall from a skeleton, like in this 3 hex place. So this is just absolutely gonna suck. Well, I mean the map in general, I'm pretty sure I will have to restart, but we'll see if we can actually survive an elbow room in one or another way. Oh man, this is super duper bad. Like for example, we would have to do this. We definitely need to hit. Oh, yeah, I didn't leave a space for myself while I'm just brawling badly. That definitely does not help. I guess we should put here. Did you seriously just go away from me? They've, well, yeah, they did that. Okay. And we of course can't buy anything, so this is it, isn't it? You have been eliminated from the game. Thank you, game. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Well, let's go in again, I suppose. Round 2, baby. Sign me up. Yeah. It seems like every day you get into a fight with your neighbor. It's time for them to die, not me. So this time we have Aenain and Charna as our heroes. And the mage guild does not have a summoned boat. So that's something... Oh, Wizard's Well. Well, not Wizard's Well, but the Mystic Orb of Mana, I suppose. How do I even open on this map? I think I kind of want to leave the whole army on my hero. And yeah, we just want to snatch like as much as possible, I guess, is the idea here. Okay, so enough for the second hero. It looks like we spawned with another Necropolis guy again. Well, yeah, before we move, let's just get the Charna out. Definitely needs to pick up this gold. We'll need to like pick up as much army as possible. Waiting for the block. This. And doesn't the Charna have... Well, yeah, she actually... I think she starts with magic arrow, but that's kind of irrelevant. as everyone has that at the moment. So, boom, 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 boom. We can leave her on a single wraith. And perhaps explore a little bit this time. I still think we should be rushing our opponent if we absolutely can do it. So, very important for every single step to be worthwhile, and we definitely need like large quantities of gold to even be able to afford anything. Well, Conflicts Town is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, Aenain is basically our only source of money. Brissa would be a decent hero for the magic arrows, essentially. What I think I will do, actually, is we'll leave some 1-stacks for Brissa, potentially, with Aenain. We have, I guess the dog is the fastest creature now, so speed 7 unit is fantastic, so we can do that. Then Isra can grab a little bit of experience. Armor would actually be very, very much welcome. And do we want to fight? I want to do this with maybe a skeleton, actually. An imp would be better. I think I do wish to take this fight for the little bit of experience. This is also technically some army. If I do this, can I step aside? Okay, then I can. Okay, that's pretty decent. Potentially might be losing actually more than I'm gaining with this fight, but it is a bit of experience. I don't want to use any magic, because magic is like irreplaceable basically at this point. We'll do this. And, well, Mr. Earth Elemental has decided that he does not want to go in. Well, you know how I said magic is irreplaceable. If we don't take this hit, it's going to be very, very bad. Well, Mr. Earth Elemental. And I suppose we will regenerate 1 mana in the next turn. Well, we lost 11 creatures, gained back 1, and we can buy 3 more. Do I want that actually at this point? At this point, no, but perhaps a little bit later. So, Aenain can get some more knowledge, so some more mana, and I think we just have to go. Tamika, you failed me last time. Now you serve another master, and we will see if this master is more. Well, if you serve him better. She basically went from one town to another between the games. We do have a ranged creature, which is something. Okay, zombie, well, I guess zombie for zombie. And their skeleton will move before mine, so I kind of want to stay in my little skeleton bunker. 4, I guess we will attack here. So like wait. Yeah, the dog can't really do anything much. I guess we can do this. What's the chance they're not going to hit the skeleton? And wait, did I? Yeah, I did mess myself up there. Tripped myself up a bit too bad. I'm not used to playing too much with these super slow armies, so I am making tactical errors, actually left, right, and center. So 4 skeletons, and in that case, in this very case, we have to attack now, and it's Moandor defending. So we actually are not going to get any spell casting, Mr. Moandor. Hasting up a skeleton, hey? I think actually we will make like a little bunker for my skeleton here. I think the gogs are just dying. Yep. The gogs are indeed just dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can wait for the imp to move first to take the retaliation. Then I can also hit like this. 1, 2. Okay, and I think we have to get rid of their hasty skeletons. And Mr. Doggo will be taking retaliation. Yeah, just so we can hit with everyone else basically afterwards. 3 to 6. Oops. Alright. Somewhat tight brawl, I would say. Pink has been vanquished, but soon I will also be vanquished. Perhaps, well, perhaps not. They don't have a graveyard. What is this discriminatory map? I thought that, what? Why would they not have a graveyard? But they do have the unearthed graves, so very strange choices for this map. Very strange choices indeed. Let us hope that we retain Ghost Wind and I can buy out Brissa here. Okay. Yeah, this time it does look like the opponent is not that, like, ultra aggressive yet. So we keep the town. Charna. Intelligence, well, intelligence would help you. Ooh, potentially a tavern, so we can pick up even more gold. I guess rushing to the middle area was the key here. And we do have the orb. Isra should be heading back. There is like nothing of value here that we would want to get. Aenain can deliver us the 4 elementals though. Unless Vokial is gonna be helpful in an S-size map. So, Isra. Yeah, you simply have to go back into this town. Can't really buy anything. Can't even afford a graveyard. What kind of a necropolis economy we are living in. Such sad times. I still think Brissa is completely worthwhile to be bought out. She needs to pick up the ore so we can actually build something afterwards. I think, yeah, the rate is the fastest creature that we have. And actually, Brissa, perhaps you could be brave. I know your magic capabilities are amazing. Yeah, and not too many. Well, I guess Neil also has somewhat decent magical capabilities, but I do wish to pressure on the guy. I guess here, if they split into multiple stacks, it could be a problem. I am gonna be pushing like purple. There could be nothing in the town potentially. How many movement points? This would be like, no, the town is probably deeper into the corner. So I think I will have to settle for attacking Zilare if I want to attack someone. I could also snatch like the crystal perhaps. So leave me with 400 movement points, and then I could potentially maybe get the magic wall after the fight. If I win the fight, that is. And they have a ballista for pirates. Now this AI wasn't cheeky and didn't like pre-split their units in the middle of my turn, which is very nice that they've been so considerate. That they didn't decide to cheat, you know? Well, so we're gonna be losing this fight. Soften up the enemy a little bit. Potentially not the best use case of Brissa, but we have to take what we can get, you know? Alright, so here... Labetha seems a little bit stuck. Both chip, damn it. That bow was not what I was looking for. I guess the AI cheats and they can see between the clouds. Like, they can see into the darkness, and they know that coming outdoors is not a good idea for them. So, Gogs. What can I do with the gogs? I guess Zilare. Well, yeah, I guess rushing the towns before the end of the week is something I can and should be doing. And also Mr. Aenain. I guess he will be picking up the ore. Perhaps I should have left a couple of creatures so somebody could take the elemental conflicts town. Zilare. I guess we're just attacking you. Are we not? And you have 50 mana, so... And he does run away. That was kind of what I was thinking would happen. And their town has nothing in it. I don't think that's gonna be the case for long. Yeah, they bought out a hero and they bought out a unit there. I think it's gonna be Zilare. It is indeed going to be Zilare. This. And they actually go outdoors. Very brave of them. Can't really do anything, no spells that cost 4 mana. And actually, tactics would be interesting. Armorer would really help us with like taking less casualties. Tactics would help against like armies that are basically all shooters or mostly shooters. I didn't check who my opponents are. Factory, well, yeah, factory. Another Necropolis man, perhaps. And Isra. I think you would have to replenish your mana. And yeah, everything's super poor. We don't even have a marketplace yet. Anywhere. That is a big shame. So Aenain, I think he will actually have to go here, quickly exploring. A few titans? Are you kidding me? In a map like this, they had the audacity to put some titans. There is also a White Keymaster tent. And Vokial is just chilling. It looks like the AIs are a bit frozen. They don't know what to do in a situation like this. You think Charn is gonna get attacked? He stays out, and doors like this. Labetha will sense that there is a weakness and will charge at her, or not. I'd really like to get like a stables maybe, but there is no wood. I technically have the mana charm. There's no real reason to stay in the town. I could simply grab the 7 griffins, as funny as that sounds. We take what we can get, and what we can get is 7 griffins. And potentially, well, what town is safer? I guess my main town is the safest. I think I will be defending that. And we can get a Necro Amplifier to raise more skeletons in battle. And yeah, they do attack. Well now, she has a magic arrow, so she's just going to be doing that. And then she goes back into the town. It's very unusual AI behavior. So, Aenain. I don't think that AIs are roaming around the map per se. So I think we have a little bit of a free roam at the moment. Ooh, there's the Vengeance Time. Oh, this is what purple took. Okay, that is what purple took indeed. Gorgon Lair, is that going to be good for some experience? Well, if I get a learning stone, there is also a Seer's Hut here for a quest. That is amusing, if nothing else. Is this a fight that is worthwhile taking? Maybe it is. Maybe if I get rid of the Gogs, I will have a slot for something else. For greater things. Perhaps something like... this should be fine. So, we would just be camping a little bit. There is a magic wall, so I can technically use my 1 magic arrow that I have available. The Gogs miss me around. They didn't attack the Gogs. So, should we risk it on a unit with a -3 morale? Well, We did risk it and it was not too good. I guess we were sacrificing the Walking Deads in that case. And then we are surrounding the Gorgon. And simply attacking him. I guess should be fine. And I suppose the Walking Dead is what we're gonna be getting rid of. A fight that was not really worthwhile per se, but we did get some tier 5 units. So that's great. Yeah, I do want my mana. What is in this cup? I think I'll actually take the water magic just because it makes the magic arrow 1 mana cheaper. That is going to be my reasoning there. So for this town, we could build a graveyard, as funny as that sounds. I think that gives us access to more units, and more units are actually welcome. Castle Town, a similar fashion. Let's build a Griffin Bastion just because it gives me access to more units. Everyone is just being chilling, it seems like. I think we will take... I guess let's take a defense skill since we have the armor going on. Basilisks guarding something, otherwise I have to go through the other side. It's day 7 though, and actually they have quite a sizable army. Perhaps I should be going through the other side. I could also reinforce with a brand new hero. Actually, Aenain, what do you think? Is there any wood on this map at all, by the way? My troops rally on the rally flag. I think there is another opponent here in the corner. Looks like that's how the map is positioned like. There is a blue tent, so there's like something going on the map at least. Some quests, so our main town will be the one generating the troops. The secondary town isn't doing much, and the third town isn't doing much. This sounds super sketch, but I kind of want to fight the basilisks actually in the new week. What are they guarding? Guarding some artifact. Oh, actually they're guarding something very interesting. Don't think we would be able to reach with a single hero in a single turn, so we would stand somewhere here to be able to reach yeah, day 7. So big money. Oh, what is this? As you wake up, your scouts give you what they have been forging for the week. So this is how you play the map. As you wake up, your scouts give you what they have been forging for the week. Oh, this is for every single town. Oh, so I suppose that's how you get going in this map. And actually the red player does have access to some wood. Okay, I see how it is. So, what we have been foraging has been apparently a lot of money. So Lorelei, I think you need a book. You actually need to give us the ballista. I think... Okay, the griffins are not gonna do too much. This table, level 2 spells maybe. Do we have a scholar hero available? An eagle eye hero, but not a scholar hero. Well, Moandor, you as well. I guess since I have multiple towns already. Well, I guess the souls make sense to build. I'll just pick those up. And yeah, we can grab all the castle army. I am thinking about upgrading something, but it's like, if I upgrade the griffins, I can't really, you know, put them together. I guess this town would be building into economy. And so with this town, and I don't have a blacksmith or anything fancy like that, so let's get 3 gorgons. Then 1, 2, 3. Actually, the gorgons would be more useful for us. And then Moandor can give Isra the units that we would rather have. I think the 3 gogs have lived out their usefulness essentially. And I do think since we have the castle unit, let's not take that. And let's take the harpies, since they are a flying creature and I will be attacking a town very soon. So, Isra, what are you doing now? I guess you're fighting greater basilisks. And there's only 10 of them, so that is also fantastic. Now this is what I call an army. All the towns working together in unison. Someone's gonna get hit really hard. I think it might be on essentially harpies. Okay, 4 harpies for 2 skeletons. I think it makes sense to attack in this very same turn. Technically, actually, you know what, ballistics for this small map with so many towns would be quite a bop, as they say. So, Straker. I think we are beating Straker before he even gets to move, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Simply because our liches should be able to just finish him off. Fine. And then Sorrow Crown. Am I able to take this town with these flying creatures and these brawling creatures? Well, since I have ballistics, I think I am actually able to do it. This. Flying troops more to the middle and to the north side. I do have a magic arrow, and the catapult actually shoots where you tell it to shoot. That is beautiful. So, I think we can and we should shoot between these two. Well, doing 1 damage, no matter where we shoot. That will never not be funny, the AI stepping on their own moat. They don't really see the moat as like a danger, you know? AI does not understand environmental danger. Why did you... Ballista, what have you done? You were not supposed to shoot like that. Well, we can actually go for a double whammy here. I guess the pikemen are the guys with the most health, so... Am I stopping them from opening the moat? I think the moat, yeah, the moat should be up there. So open the gate. No. No, says the opponent. We can actually find out the griffin, and boom. So this army was strong enough to take the town. Moandor. Well, there's going to be a few enemies raging about, as in, like, they will come and attack us. I guess we will buy out the Serene, because she has 30 mana, and also this town has some potential. What do I have? Oh, actually, what I can do is I could upgrade the harpies. I could also build a Battle Scholar Academy for a little bit of extra. Yeah, like that would be enough to level me up. I think that would be a fine build. So yeah, I think the secondary heroes... Isra will be picking this up for sure. Moandor... Actually, we want the extra 1 knowledge on him, and the extra 1000 XP for him as well. Lorelei... I guess she will be picking up the water magics, and then we will be thinking about what to do, since the AI are coming outdoors. And Aenain, you're a fine man, however. Actually, this fine man has done an amazing job in this battle. He got the magic arrow 3 times. I can't believe that. That is too good to be true even. Maybe you can even morale and waste some of their mana, but no. So, Moandor, and actually, perhaps I wish to do this, something like this. Then Isra could, and should probably, conjuring, damn it. I was thinking of maybe taking the Garden of Revelations and sitting in the town. Looks like we are not gonna, I wanted that for sure. Looks like I'm not gonna get to sit in the town at this turn yet. So, yeah, Battle Scholar Academy. I definitely want the upgraded harpy loft, since we're going to be upgrading those harpies. And yeah, Lorelei would be heading for the town defense, I suppose. And I guess I do actually have a marketplace. I do have a lot of resources, so what I should maybe be doing is, before I trade anything, these secondary towns can and should actually... Well, we have 3 marketplaces, that's the maximum we're going to be getting for some time. I think I should be upgrading, for example, a hall. And this city for 1,000, what can you build? Underground amplifier, that's not maybe the best thing. Could buy a hero. Yeah, I'm not going to be building another marketplace anytime soon. Actually do think there is a purpose of buying out Serena in this very turn. Making her a little bit faster than she is on the Gremlin. Scholar is actually an interesting one. Let's grab that for her. And she can sit back into the town. And then there's... I guess I could build a necro amplifier for the other resources as well. Could help the other heroes, and actually I could grab the Mage Guild at the next turn. Alrighty, so Moandor, Moandor's Call, which we can then give over to my main. I actually have 2 out of 3 components for the combination artifact, the Ring of the Magi. Too bad it's a really bad artifact. So actually let's grab even more level ups for Moandor. So Isra though, I think I want to grab the Mana Vortex. I think I want to double Isra's normal spell points, so I don't have to sit and wait here. Can definitely upgrade all the harpies. Those are beautiful creatures. Get all of these, and maybe could get some trouble lights going. Would I want to replace something? Griffins are amazing, Gorgons are amazing. Technically, yeah, if I strike them before they get to amass too big of an army, that would be good. So we would need, what, like a couple hundred more. I kind of want to rotate the armies around, essentially. So Dwarven Treasury for a little bit of cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a completely fine auto result. We'll take that and be happy with it. And yeah, Isra is moving forward. Fastest creatures, speed 5, as funny as that sounds. Alright. So, Lorelei, what can you do for us? I guess since there is a smoke cloud at all times here, makes it difficult to go outdoors. I'm not sure what I should build into, like economy. I guess technically Serena is going to be a pretty strong hero defending, so maybe she needs some stronger spells. Well, those spells absolutely suck. There's no lightning bolt, there is no ice bolt there. And yeah, similarly, I guess if I'm building into economy, I would want a blacksmith. Nothing in the castle town that I care about at the moment. Actually, I think the swordsman, yeah, the swordsman is a bit faster, so that is that indeed. Also, Serena is very far away from being useful, I guess. Well, maybe let's do this. In order to keep both of my heroes at least trying to be useful, we can do this. Then Lorelei could rally the army from this town to this town, and Serena would be like closer to, for example, the free water magic. So Fafner is here. Fafner does not see a risk in approaching Isra. What a shame. What a foolish man. Oops. Alright, they're already focusing the troglodytes, so I'm very happy about having those in my army. Okay, so what could we do? Well, the sandworms are going to be the problem stack, I suppose. Those hits. Okay, do I have anything? What could I make them outspeed? Technically I could haste the liches. I think actually this might be better. We just magic arrow them and then attack them. They themselves have set out a beautiful target. And 3, I guess I would rather shoot the engineers. And I guess the skeleton will be brawling down Mr. 3. Okay, Fafner, you absolute fool. You have been defeated very easily. Technically I could replace the troglodytes with like gorgons, as I said before. I could also potentially try to get some Medusas. The problem is the towers of the town are going to be shooting my ranged creatures. So we're gonna grab the extra spell power. And yeah, I think the red town is going to be falling very, very soon. Yeah, Lorelei is just happy that she is given a task. And yeah, Serena will take the water magics. She'll do something a bit risky here by walking around a tiny bit. Is there a dwelling of some sort? Yeah, we could portal summon like a tier 5 creature. Not too sure if that is like the most useful thing at the moment. I guess economy is good? Question mark? This map is confusing me a little bit. My brain is like not working with all these towns being together. And yeah, that would be that. Moandor would really like to just be chilling in this town. Since, yeah, I guess I have to rush the Necropolis town. Otherwise the smoke is really interfering with my decision making. So Wrathmont, well, thank you for your contribution, the 500 experience, and Sam in the town, and they haven't actually built any towers or anything of the sort in the town. And yeah, since they had tactics, my tactics was nullified. Damn, those engineers are fast. Can blast the... Nope. It would be funny if you could do that, but I don't think you can actually do it. So all the mana that I spend is kind of permanently spent. Well, I guess we will use the accurate, like the straight arrow. Everything will be attacking that. And badge of courage. So learning. Normally I wouldn't take learning, but I don't think my skill tree is gonna get any better. So a couple of free levels. Advanced ballistics gives me 2 shots. So I actually want as ballistics, and red has been vanquished. So I could build a bank. I could potentially try to get some higher tier spells, but I don't really have a way of replenishing mana that well. I actually think bank plus the loan is going to be my gameplay at the moment. And yeah, we can grab the rally flag and be fine with it. So Serena grabs the extra knowledge, she can grab the extra level up. And then I suppose we just simply want more creatures. Think these guys are fine, staying inside of the town. And actually let me do this with Mr. Moandor. I guess he will be going and helping Isra, trying to reinforce even if it's just with the Gorgons. An estate and mausoleum. I guess we're building it to another town hall. So would we want any trees is my question. I could technically lose sack the troglodytes. Oh, this is completely empty. Well, that is a shame. In that case, here, let me replace the troglodytes with the mighty moose. And let me actually take the blue tent. I don't know what it gives yet, because the map, well, I haven't really explored it too much, as funny as that sounds. So we could negate positive luck with this artifact, but I don't think that's going to be a problem fighting Vokial here. And Vokial is actually out the doors as well. Actually, you know what? I think the skeleton should be going up there. And should I preserve the man or should I not? Well, I do technically have ranged features and they do not, so the AI is going to be charging at me, if I can say that. And actually the griffin is fine, flying in as the griffin will probably not be dying. Actually +2 life is popping off, and that's why it's happening so frequently. And then we can attack Varan afterwards, and it's a Galthran actually, a big boy Galthran with a bunch of skeletons. I like how actually 3 from the 6 players in the second run of this map have turned out to be Necropolis, just to make it easier. Otherwise we would be having, like, you know, a mash of different units. They haven't built a citadel yet. I guess they're busy building other like infrastructure. So we shoot the liches, because nobody actually has any money in the beginning of the map. Well, I guess actually the AI still starts with resources, don't they? Or is the AI affected by the difficulty level as well? I do not know this, I am not aware of this. So well, no point in shooting anything, to be honest. So yeah, of course the ballista that is supposed to shoot where you tell it to, it does not do so. Do I want to cast something? I guess this mana we are like replenishing anyway, so might as well spend it. I guess this guy is the biggest problem since, well, he's just chilling in the corner. I guess we will be attacking with the skeletons anyway, and boom. Ooh, Amulet of the Undertaker. What is that? That is a very beautiful item. Now, if anybody would have Dead Man's Boots, that would be even better. So, my main town, just chilling. The second town, I guess building a city hall. The castle town. Well, we don't have a sawmill, so I guess we do need the resource cell, as funny as that sounds, and the other towns didn't get to build anything because of my reckless spending. Can't you guys build like a city hall? No, actually they're just super duper poor, as sad as that is. So a 1000 free experience is always nice. I do wonder if, for example, spending a little bit Oh, I would have to build marketplace as well. Let's just sell enough resources for a second hero, or rather another hero that I wish to buy here. Simply for the reason of making Isra faster in the next turn. That is my reasoning. We would just be going. We'll be going forwards anyway without restoring the mana. I think the talisman will be doing its job here. Ooh, Tan. Tan almost sees the opportunity here. And actually, while I am in this town, I might as well upgrade some units to be a little bit more useful than they previously were. Namely the rates. It would be really good. I don't think I can use the gremlin, and I could negate their positive morale if they had any. Because I sure as hell don't. So, Labetha and Aenain. Labetha would be the easier one to get. Would she give us enough experience for a level up? No, so let's not attack her first. The most amazing army composition of all times. So, 80. I guess we would be targeting either the air elementals or the pixies. And I do have a hope that they would be going in such a way that they would give me a straight arrow. Oh. Or, well, maybe a double whammy, but no, doesn't seem to be that case. Griffin's gonna chill. Okay, so the pixies just went forward by 1 hex. They're gonna be the ones attacking immediately. And what if we go here? We have got an amazing troubleshoot. Ooh, and Aenain actually runs away, so... Oh yeah, actually I'm gaining way more experience because of the learning. So White Key Master, but we haven't encountered that before. And it looks like this AI... very nasty, so we will have to... Wait, this guy's immune to... Magic Arrow, of course. Thank you for your once color from Labetha, much appreciated. And I suppose I would be just gaining another level up here. Well, these guys don't really give me anything. We would be picking up the mana, and we would be heading into their town afterwards. Well, I suppose free level up is a free level up. And actually we will be visiting the library very soon afterwards. Moandor simply going forwards. I almost feel emboldened to maybe grab, you know what we can build? We can build a portal of summoning. What is it gonna give us? It's gonna give us 3 trees. Well, now we have a campaignish army. This would be like a challenge. Enemy where you're supposed to get them stuck on each other. In those maps where you only have a couple of units, I guess we'll be taking this. And well, nobody has taken the scholar yet, so that's great. Anything of value? A pen for more of our Marmados. I don't think this town will ever see use again. This town might see use again. The Griffins are still going strong in the army. Perhaps, though, I should have went into the undead army anyway. As you wake up, your scouts give you what they have been forging for the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 for each of our towns. That is super duper generous. So, I want to take the town, then I will actually visit the library, even though I don't think there's much of a need for that. I know, you fool. Necklace of Swiftness, and Tan has been vanquished. Congratulations, all your enemies have been defeated. Victory is yours. Wait, he was the last one. And my rank is an angel, actually, surprisingly, on this map, which you can finish in 15 turns. Hello, can you play campaign original or Hoda? You play campaign. Oh yeah, I played it through the Hoda campaigns, and some of them are on my YouTube channel. The newest 2 campaigns, Forged in Fire and the Dargham's campaign All In, are on my channel in stream format if you would like. The other campaigns I played off stream like a couple of years ago, so I do kind of remember what happened there. But anyway, rank of angel, that is a bit unusual. I think this might be my highest score yet. Yes, elbow room. We started out with the defeat and we ended up with the highest score on the scoreboard. I think this map actually could potentially be one of those maps where you can well, I have an idea to replay the maps with like in one stream, the maps that I think I can finish in like 2 hours with high scores, essentially these ones with very few turns on them, and selecting strong heroes, strong starting heroes and strong starting positions to potentially try to farm some score to see how legit that is. But yeah, Angel. I do wish to check out the map though, as for a S-size map, surprisingly, I didn't get to witness all of its contents. So, Isra is here. Let's see, the one. So you have 2 neutral towns, you have 3 players here and 3 players here. There is content in the middle. Why is there a blue Keymaster's tent? And why is there a white border guard here? And the Titans are just chilling. Wait, did they mess up? Did they mean to put a light blue border guard here? For the River Observatory and the Cover of Darkness? Oh no, actually the tent. Okay. We already have some things to check out. Well, the first thing though is this quest. In my younger days I have done this myself, but I need your help. A friend of mine recently, this is this text, endless sack of gold. If you would be fighting these 2 titans, actually not 1 but 2 titans, you would get the endless sack. And you would see that the Grail is located where? I think it's here, right? Below the little... No wait, there's 2 forests. 2 forests. Is it somewhere here? Whoops. So the Grail would be next to like a bush. A specific bush that you have to look for. Wait. I am not seeing it though. Am I blind? This map is so small, you should be able to see the Grail immediately. Wait, this looks like to be the shrub. Like this shrub. No. It has to be in the center of the map. What am I missing? There's like 2 pathways. Like it has to be somewhere here, no? I absolutely cannot see where the Grail would be. Oh, it's here, somewhere here. Wait. Whoops. This little pathway, below, and then the trees. So this is where the Grail is, right? Well, you fool. Wait, what was that? Digging for artifacts requires a whole day. Well, yeah. Well, the Grail is right here. So actually, if you would know that, you could potentially rush it. What does this scholar give you? It gives you +1 attack, and this scholar gives you +1 attack as well. There is a library here. This quest gives you what? Yes, this might just be what we're looking for. May I please have the endless sack of gold for 9999 gold. So you would have a big boost of money, essentially. Here, you would go fight the 1 Fireburn for the blue Keymaster's tent, which you would then get a couple of chests here. and then you would take the white Keymaster's tent, and with the white Keymaster's tent, I guess you have access to both the observatory and the cover of darkness. But if you have 3 Necropolis towns, that's not really an issue. You can just smoke up half the map, basically. Well, now, did see this little treasure. Who has the best starting position in this case, though? Potentially me. I can rush one opponent, but that's maybe because the AI buys another hero and they don't move because they see that there's danger nearby. This guy just has a bunch of crystal. This guy actually has wood, so I'm voting for red, and he has some stats as well. This person has access to a magic well and a learning stone and a school of magic, so potentially Tan has a very strong starting position. I guess pink as well with the learning stone. Well, now, yeah. This was Elbow Room, quite an unusual map. They were cooking hard with this one. They should have maybe given you a hint that on day 1 of the next week, every town, or well, maybe your town, they shouldn't have said that every town, but your town specifically will give you some resources. Otherwise, without any mines on the map, it's looking pretty sad, to be honest. Yeah, there's like not too much resources besides the ownership of towns. I want to check if these towns though have anything special about them. No, they do not. And yeah, this town started with a level 1 mage guild, and this town also seems kind of basic, but it seems like the level 1 dwelling. Dwellings have been built of some towns. You know what I do actually wish to see? What does this town look like? It doesn't have any special level 1 creature dwellings, so actually this town is scuffed. This town should have that, and... Does Castle have anything built in their town? Don't want to eliminate all of them by accident, but... Ooh, that's pretty interesting actually. We'll have to keep that in mind if I revisit this map. The towns which have extra dwellings, which have extra level 1 creature dwellings, start with those built up. And wait, they simply have just a pikeman. These guys have that. Why does my town have the graveyard built in that case? Hold up, I have a little question to you. Is this because of the Hota changes? Nobody starts with the level 2 building except me. Oh no, did I accidentally cheat from this map for real, using a version I wasn't supposed to have? Ay. Well, anyway, yeah, that was Elbow Room. I was guest 273, and thank you for joining me in this 1.5 hour tiny stream on this tiny map. Perhaps I will stream again tomorrow, since I think the next map on the list was also like an M-size map, so not too big. But for now, I will see you another time. Guest 273 signing off. Oh wait, hold up. I know I kind of went silent there, but I saw the comment pop up. Hey, I didn't understand a thing, but you are quite engaging. Are you researching for speedrunning or something like that? Well, right now I am simply playing through all of the single player maps. I started with the Restoration of Aenain ones, which is the oldest version of the game. Then I went through the Armageddons, or I'm going through the Armageddon's Blade maps, single player maps. And I'm checking out the ones which I think could yield you some high scores, because I am trying to I'm trying to basically improve my scoreboard eventually. So yeah, when I play through all of the, I guess, Restoration of Aenain, Armageddon's Blade, and also Shadow of Death maps, maybe also the Hota maps, I'm not sure, I want to do like a little stream where I play the maps that are very short, and that I could do, like for Archangel scores, because eventually I have the idea that I want to fill the top 10 of my scoreboard with the highest potential, you know, score that I can achieve. That is the idea, but that's for the future. I hope I answered your question, and yeah, see you. Let's hope no more questions pop out. I mean, I am interested that people are asking, but it's a bit awkward that the, you know, in YouTube side, the button to end the stream takes like 10 seconds to load in, because it's in a different window than the stream itself. But yeah, see you. I thank you for your curiosity though.